Dr. S.C. Chandrasekhar Reddy, Assistant Professor, Department of General Surgery. Today I am taking class on surgical jaundice or obstructive jaundice. It is a jaundice that develops due to biliary obstruction, whether it is partial or complete or intermediate. This causes conjugated hyperbilirubinemia. Normal serum bilirubin level is 0.2 to 0.8 milligram per cent. The scleral icterus, what you see is visible when the serum bilirubin level is more than 2.5 milligram per cent. Coming to pathophysiology in obstructive jaundice or surgical jaundice. The aged red cells are lysed in the reticuloendothelial cells and break down into heme and globin. Heme is again divided into globin and bilirubin. Bilirubin is combined with albumin and transported to liver. In the liver, bilirubin gets separated from albumin and gets conjugated to glucuronide by glucuronil transferase. So it is water soluble and excreted in kidney. So in obstructive jaundice and hepatic jaundice, you will see the bilirubin in urine. So this conjugated bilirubin reaches intestine where it is converted into sarcobilinogen and urobilinogen by intestinal bacteria. 70% of this is absorbed in the colon and brought back to the liver as enterohepatic circulation. So unabsorbed sarcobilinogen colors species brown. Circulating urobilinogen is taken up by kidneys for excretion. So normal urinary urobilinogen is 100 to 200 milligram per day. It is absent in obstructive jaundice. So normal fecal sarcobilinogen is 300 milligram per day. Is absent in obstructive jaundice. Surgical jaundice occurs due to intrahepatic or extrahepatic biliary obstruction. This leads to cholestasis and conjugated hyperbilirubinemia. Bile acid secretion into the gut is impaired, causing defective absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. Bile acid stasis causes hepatocytes injury. Fat malabsorption causes steatorrhea and also deficiencies of vitamin A that leads to visual problems and thick skin. And osteomalacia due to deficiency of vitamin D, and peripheral neuropathy, cerebellar ataxia due to deficiency of vitamin E. So vitamin K deficiency causes poor synthesis of prothrombin and conversion of prothrombin to thrombin and increase in PT and PTNR, which leads to bleeding tendencies. So persistent cholestasis may be associated with deposits of cholesterol in the skin, and that is called cutaneous xanthomatosis. Bilirubin stasis causes hepatocyte degeneration, small duct and ductular obstruction, pericholangitis, edema, bile leak, liver infarction and biliary cirrhosis. Obstruction may be due to biliary tree stones, most common, or strictures, sclerosing cholangitis, or due to malignant conditions like carcinoma of pancreas or cholangiocarcinoma. Extrahepatic obstruction may be luminal within the lumen, that is stones, infestations with Clonorchis sinensis or Ascariasis, or mucosal wall growth in the wall or stricture in the wall due to fibrosis following cholangitis, sclerosing cholangitis, or it may be external compression, pancreatitis or pancreatic tumors, lymph node mass, etc. Intrahepatic cholestasis occurs at the level of hepatocyte or canalicular membrane, that is in viral hepatitis and drug-induced hepatitis. Drugs like thiazides, chlorpromazine can cause hepatocyte injury. The lack of bilirubin in the intestinal tract is responsible for pale stools and biliary obstruction. The cause of pruritus in biliary obstruction is due to accumulation of bile acids in the skin. The severe biliary obstruction leads to cell damage. If unremoved, may lead to secondary biliary cirrhosis. Acute cholangitis is another complication associated with biliary obstruction. Bile flow obstruction leads to stasis, colonization of and multiplication of bacteria, reflux of biliary contents, septicemia, and patient may go in for septic shock. So, if the recurrence of biliary colic after cholecystium occurs, one should think of possible choledocholithiasis. So, this is a schematic representation of the intrahepatic circulation from the liver to intestine and from the intestine back to the liver. That is bilirubin digluconide, bilirubin converted into urobilinogen and stercobilinogen by intestinal bacteria, and 70% of is absorbed and again go to the liver as intrahepatic circulation. And urobilinogen from the absorbed in the blood is excreted in the urine. This is intrahepatic circulation. I have already told you how the intrahepatic circulation occurs. So, effects of obstructive jaundice. What are the effects of obstructive jaundice? In the liver, enlarged green bile stained liver, that is called hydrohepatosis, shows dilated intrahepatic biliary radicals. Due to rise in intrahepatic pressure, bile secretion is reduced, causing formation of a bile called white bile. In the biliary tree, recurrent inflammation, cholangitis, fibrosis can occur. In the bowel, absence of bile from the bowel impairs digestion, reduces fat absorption, and making faces bulky and fatty. Vitamin K absorption is reduced, causing fall in prothrombin level, rising PTINR. Vitamin A, D, and E deficiencies occur. Retention of bile salts and bile pigments in blood and body fluid occurs. Deposition of bile pigments in the skin results in itching of skin. Altered coagulation profile, hepatorenal syndrome, sepsis, and renal failure occurs. Coming to classification of causes of obstructive jaundice. On the intrinsic causes or intrinsic pathology, you can say choledocholithiasis, acute cholangitis, biliary strictures, primary sclerosing cholangitis, parasites, hemophilia, intraductal papillomas, cholangiocarcinoma, periampullary tumors. These are the intrinsic factors. The extrinsic factors are Merijji syndrome, that is a stone in the Hartmann's pouch obstructing the common hepatic or hepatic duct, common hepatic or common bile duct. Then pancreatitis acute and chronic, pancreatic pseudocyst, carcinoma of gallbladder, carcinoma of pancreas, cystic tumors of pancreas, metastatic carcinoma, hepatocellular carcinoma. These are all extensive factors of causes of obstructive jaundice. Then coming to some congenital and genetic disorders like biliary atresia, this I have discussed in the previous chapters, choledocholicist, Caroli's disease, primary biliary cirrhosis, alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, tyrosinemia, neonatal hepatitis, Wilson disease, dyskinesia of sphincter of Oddi. And one more Benjamin's classification of biliary obstruction is there. That is, there are 4 types: type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. In type 1, there is complete obstruction due to tumors like pancreatic or cholangiocarcinoma or CBD like ligation, iatrogenic, and primary and secondary liver tumors. Type 2 is intermittent obstruction, choledocholithiasis, periampullary tumors, choledocholicist, bile duct papilloma, hemophilia, duodenal diverticular. Type 3 is chronic complete obstruction, bile duct strictures, congenital traumatic, post-radiotherapy, chronic pancreatitis, cystic fibrosis. Type 4 is segmental obstruction, traumatic like sclerosing cholangitis, cholangiocarcinoma, intrahepatic biliary stones. Coming to clinical features. Severe jaundice, pruritus, more on the back and forearms will be there. Fever may or may not be present. A loss of weight or loss of appetite will be there. Pain in the right hypochondrium, palpable gallbladder. Courvoisier's law suggests inflammatory or neoplastic cause. Charcot's triad in cholangitis. Charcot diet is intermittent fever, intermittent pain, and intermittent jaundice. That is Charcot diet. Steatorrhea and dark colored urine will be there. Coming to investigations in obstructive jaundice, the routine blood investigations, serum bilirubin direct is increase in obstructive jaundice, serum albumin globulin ratio, prothrombin time, serum alkaline phosphatase, ALP, SGOT, and SGPT. So gamma glutamyl transferase, that is called GGT, 5 nucleotidase, alkaline phosphatase. The alkaline phosphate normal level is 44 to 147 international units per liter. So rise in all cases of biliary obstruction. Rise by 3 times the upper limit such a diagnostic of biliary obstruction. AST and ALT, normal levels of AST is 5 to 40 international per unit. Normal levels of ALT is 7 to 566 international units per liter. Elevated levels indicate hepatocellular damage. GGT helpful in diagnosis of acute biliary tract obstruction. 5 nucleotides helpful in children and pregnant women and useful in detecting hepatic metastasis. Others include when suspecting malignancy CA 1919 and stool for occult blood is done. Plain X-ray useful in radiolucent biliary calculi. Ultrasound useful in diagnosing calculus disease, ductal pathology and malignancy. Endoscopic ultrasound more accurate in assessing pancreatic mass, staging of disease, CBD stones. Endoscopic ultrasound guided FNAC, celiac axis neurolysis. CT scan in case of tumors to assess the operability of the tumors. ERCP is about diagnostic and therapeutic in most benign conditions and useful for breast biopsy and bile sample for analysis. MRCP is a non-invasive diagnostic tool for biliary and pancreatic pathology. PTC, percutaneous transhepatic cholangiography, useful to decompress the dilated biliary tree in severe obstructive jaundice and in failure of ERCP and in high biliary strictures. Coming to treatment of obstructive jaundice. So general principles of treatment are correction of electrolyte imbalance, injection of vitamin K 10 mg IM for 5 days, fresh frozen plasma 5 to 6 units may be required, adequate hydration with 5 to 10% dextrose, mannitol 100 to 200 ml BD to prevent hepatorenal syndrome, broad spectrum antibiotics like third generation cephalosporins are given. Preoperative decompression is indicated if bilirubin is more than 12 mg%. Oral neomycin and lactulose is also given. IV calcium chloride is given. Management of cause of obstruction. CBD stones is there, ERCP done, removal, choledocholicotomy also you can remove, transduodenal sphincteroplasty and choledochojejunostomy or choledochoduodenostomy. Carcinoma, periapillary and head of pancreas, the operation of choice is Whipple's operation or ERCP stenting. Biliary stricture stenting, choledochojejunostomy or Roux-en-Y hepaticojejunostomy in some. Klatskin tumor, radical resection or palliative stenting is done. Klatskin tumor is the tumor at the bifurcation of the right and left with common hepatic duct. Biliary atresia, as I already told you, discussed Kasai's operation or liver transplantation is a choice. Choledochal cyst excision and hepaticojejunostomy. Management of pruritus is due to retention of bile salts which activates release of histamine in the skin. Once cause is treated, pruritus will regress. Some drugs are used or cholestyramine, that is ion exchange resin, binds with bile salts in the intestine, inhibiting their absorption. Other drugs used are ondansetron, gabapentin, sertraline, ursodeoxycholic acid, phototherapy are all used. Thank you.